present about the introduction of the National Entrepreneurship Policy, NEP. NEP is a long-term strategy for Malaysia to become an outstanding entrepreneurial nation by 2030. This policy will serve as the driving force behind Malaysia becoming a unified, affluent and respectable country. The issue before empowering national entrepreneurship policy is increasing the unemployment rate in Malaysia. The unemployment rate in Malaysia remained at 3.6% in December 22, according to the Malaysian Labour Force statistic. Within an economy, there always exists imbalance between supply and demand. This may result in either vacancies within firms or unemployment in the segment of the labor force, or often both happening concurrently. The objective of NEP is creating a holistic and conducive entrepreneurship ecosystem to support Malaysian inclusive, balanced and sustainable socio-economic development agenda. Entrepreneurship ecosystem refers to element, individuals, organization or institution that can stimulate individual or inhibit them from becoming an entrepreneur. The second objective is increasing the number of Malaysian entrepreneurs that are of high quality, valuable, resilient, competitive and possess a global mindset. Many young people in country are increasingly more than willing to venture out of their own. The third objective is improving the capabilities of micro, small and medium enterprises as well as cooperative. Technology is a critical component of improving business growth, efficiency and workflow, whether you are running a micro or small business or firm. Importantly, project management, work, accounting and financial management are all made simpler by software that other information technology.
The Kumpulan Usaha Niaga Economic Fund, Tekun Nasional, aims to open 50 Tekun Marts nationwide by the end of the year in line with the National Entrepreneurship Policy 2030, DKN 2030, in strengthening the capabilities and performance of micro-enterprise to a higher level. Deputy Minister of Entrepreneurial Development and Cooperative MEDAC, Datuk Mas Erniyati Samsudin, said the opening of Tekun Mart was also to help promote Tekun entrepreneurs' products and market them continuously without a middleman, once overcoming the problems of micro-entrepreneurs in marketing their products to large supermarkets. The image and concept of Tekun Mart is like the Family Mart and 7-Eleven convenience store that showcase convenience items in a modern, comfortable, tidy and orderly setting. In addition to retail products, Tekun Mart also highlights the concept of grab and go, such as ready-to-eat and ready-to-drink products that are more convenient and convenience to customers. A social enterprise is an organization that in addition to focusing on profits also has an impact on social and the environment. It shows the role of social entrepreneurship in supporting the government's effort to ease the burden of society, especially those affected by COVID-19. In addition to having a good business model, the organization should have an instrument to measure the effectiveness of the aid revenue given to the sustainability of economic growth and the ability of the recipients to survive in the long term after the pandemic ends. However, it has not yet been adopted by social entrepreneur organizations nor non-government organizations, NGOs, in Malaysia in assessing the effectiveness of assistance to organization, aid recipients and the development of the country as a whole. Malaysia needs to revitalize the agriculture sector in order to become a great agriculture country with the involvement of young entrepreneurs called young agripreneurs. Although the country has not reached the critical line of the food crisis, preliminary preparations and action must be taken to ensure that the food supply is adequate and the people do not continue to be burdened by the increase in food supply prices. Entrepreneurial thinking among young entrepreneurs is translated as entrepreneurs who are able to see and seize opportunities, generate creative ideas, produce innovative products or service, are willing to take risk and are able to tolerate the ambiguity that occurs in the agricultural sectors. These features are needed to ensure that young entrepreneurs are able to seize business opportunities in the agriculture sectors, generate ideas in a more creative and innovative way, be able to keep up with the tide of change and manage the ability of enterprise To respond to change, shocks, and ambiguities as opportunity for new initiative, the success of young entrepreneurs in agriculture is believed to support the aspiration and direction of the National Agro-Food Policy 2.0, so that the country agro-food sector is more sustainable, resilient, and high-tech.
Now I will explain on the changes that the policy have done under the context of reformation. The first one is regulatory reforms. In other words, is changes to regulations. The National Entrepreneurship Policy of Malaysia aims to make it easier for people to start and run a business, firstly by reducing the number of rules that get in the way. To do this, the policy calls for a lot of changes to the rules that are already in place. One-stop center for business registration and licensing is one example. The Companies Commission of Malaysia (SSM) is a one-stop shop set up by the Malaysian government to make it easier for businesses to get registered and licensed. This center wants to speed up the process of registering and licensing a business, making it easier for businesses to get started and taking less time and effort. It also wants to cut down on the amount of paperwork that needs to be done. The second way is putting government services online process. The Malaysian government has made it easier for private companies to do business with the public sector by turning its services into digital forms. This includes setting up online tools for businesses to register, tax returns to be filed, and other government-related services. The third way is by making it easier for businesses to get licensed. The government has been trying to simplify the rules and procedures for licensing businesses in order to cut down on the overall number of licenses that businesses need to run. This includes getting rid of licenses that are unnecessary or no longer needed, as well as combining the ways to get licensed. The second changes is under the context of access to financing. In Malaysia, the National Entrepreneurship Policy says that policy changes should focus on making it easier to get access to cash. The federal government understands that business owners need easy access to funds in order to start and grow their businesses. The policy handles this problem by laying out a number of different plans that will make it easier for business owners to get money. Microfinancing is the first one. The government has set up a number of microfinancing programs, one of which is the Micro Enterprise Financing Scheme (MEFS), to help small and micro businesses get the money they need. Because you don't have to put up a lot of money as security and the interest rates are lower, it is much easier to get access to money through these programs. Venture capital is the second. The United States government has been trying to make it easier for startups and high-growth businesses to use venture capital funds as an alternative way to get money. Malaysia's government has set up a venture capital fund called Malaysia Venture Capital Management Berhad (MAVCAP) to help businesses that have a good chance of growing in the future by giving them money. Venture capital funds also get tax breaks from the government.
Now I will explain about the challenges of National Entrepreneurship Policy. There are three challenges that we get, which are change in demography and social economic trend. The second is the lacking of technology use, and the third is influences access to funding. The first challenges National Entrepreneurship Policy is a change in demographics and social economic trends. With these challenges, entrepreneurs need to understand the current changes in the country, such as Malaysia ages populations. So, entrepreneurs need to find alternatives to increase the workforce, such as absorbing the use of technology to carry out business activity. Besides that, they need to know current trends that can affect consumer expectation to be able to compete in a dynamic market. The second challenge is the lacking of technology use. Enterprise must take technological development seriously to improve business. as it can lead to unprofitable product and decreased productivity when demand is high. For example, entrepreneurs need to know that people nowadays like to buy online, so entrepreneurs need to learn about technological development. Therefore, entrepreneurs must take advantage of technology and skill level to compete in the global market, limiting their market opportunity. The last challenges is influences access to funding. Entrepreneurs face a lack of access to financial resources due to their investments in the business. This is because entrepreneurs invest a lot in the first stage, and when entrepreneurs want to increase their business to the next level, financial find it's difficult to approve the investment. Besides that, when entrepreneurs do not know about the business, finance will also cause business accounts to go wrong, and it will affect access to business financing.
Now, I will continue the presentation about resolution of national entrepreneurship policy challenges. The first one is strengthening entrepreneurial capabilities and performance of micro, small and medium enterprises (MSMEs). By focusing on capacity building programs that emphasize on competitive mindset and internationalization strategy. Technically speaking, due to their quite small operations, MSMEs have a greater edge in adapting and responding rapidly to commercial and technology changes. As a result, focused support programs and organized training are essential to achieving NEP 2030 goals. The second one is accelerating economic growth through innovation-driven enterprises. As we all know, innovation is one of the main elements in driving a country's economy. Innovative products and services add value and competitiveness in the market. However, such product must not be supported with an innovative ecosystem that is dynamic as well. Technology and the adoption of the digital economy will in turn create a management system for entrepreneurship and operations that current and effective, as well as increase the quality of the products and lessen the dependence on labor. The third one is optimizing regulatory environment and access to funding. Encourage healthy competition by reducing barriers to entry for new businesses. Good and effective governance systems will facilitate a transparent and effective operation management. In the context of entrepreneurship, a good governance system will create favorable conditions and environment for starting a business and build strong confidence among entrepreneurs to continue in this field. Last but not least, promotion of local products and services at strategic locations. By providing access to various e-commerce platforms for MSMEs to promote and market their products. Here are some strategies that can be employed to achieve this goal. The first one is partner with local businesses. With this, they can collaborate with local businesses to create promotions and campaigns that highlight the unique products and services available in the area. The second one is utilize social media. Social media is a powerful tool for promoting local businesses and products. The third one, and also the last one, is host events. Events can be a great way to bring attention to local businesses and products. By hosting an events such as farmers markets, craft fairs or food festivals that highlight the best of what the region has to offer. Now, by implementing these strategies, local businesses and the regional economy can benefit from increased exposure and sales of local products and services. Targeted support for market access can be critical to success of Bumiputra MSMEs. By providing financial support, training and capacity building, networking and partnerships, market research and analysis. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, back to me for the conclusion. Entrepreneurship is a mindset and attitude that can lead to financial gain, pursuing one's principle and social change. The National Entrepreneurship Policy provides an overview of entrepreneurship and innovation as it relates to sustainable business. It has a launch program such as the national, social enterprises and young entrepreneurs. Challenges include change in demographic and socio-economic trend, lack of technology and insufficient access to funding. Thank you.
They got a mic, turn to a million, then we all rich. That's just how I feel. These are last but not the